Hi everyone. Sorry I couldn't be there today. I was so excited to hear and see all of the amazing creative projects and to have the chance to share my own. As you can probably tell by my voice, I'm feeling quite a bit under the weather. I've been for a few weeks, and with everything going around, I just think it's probably best not to keep spreading it any further. But yeah, I'm really sorry to miss out. I'm hoping there's a chance to play this video, so I'm hoping you're listening to it right now. That's the goal. Hopefully, Dr. Chu, you can figure that out. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, because it'd be great to share my creative project with you all. Just some background on it before I start. I wrote a poem, and it's entitled Hesed. I think the purpose of the poem is really to respond to this idea that seems to be percolating, um, definitely amongst some of the youth that I'm working with, that the Old Testament God is distinct from the New Testament God, um, or at least the main attributes of God vary between what we see in the Old Testament and what we see in the New Testament. Um, I think the theme of that idea goes that the God of the Old Testament is angry and vengeful and prideful, and the God of the New Testament is filled with love, and that these two descriptions don't really jive together. I think the purpose of my poem is to really take on that question, address it head on, and kind of try to show how if we are going to characterize the God of the Old Testament in one way, especially when we look at the rebellion of humans, our constant leaving of Him and abandoning Him as our God, what we see is the God of the Old Testament is full of love, that His defining attribute is His Hesed, His enduring, faithful love for us. So yeah, that's the background. Sorry I'm not there for questions, but yeah, here we go. Outdated, irrelevant, inconsistent with Christ, as some would have you believe. The God of the Old Testament is just different than the one that I choose to conceive. A God of anger, vengeance, and selfishness, a picture oft painted so bleak. Can Yahweh really fit with Christ's call to turn the other cheek? Not quite right. You're missing the main point, I say, a student of Dr. Chu. So sit back, relax, and let me share of God's faithful love, Hesed, with you and you and you. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, the light and the dark, the sky, the land, and the sea. Good, 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 good. But still, doesn't it feel like something else ought to be? The sun, the moon, plants, and animals, God put them all into place, but none that He could relate with. So once more He created, this time in His own image, the human race. Without cause or reason, without a modicum of desert, God blessed His people, lived with them, and gave them food to eat. God gave to humans control over all plants and beasts. Was this a temporary demonstration of God's favor? Nothing more than a flash in the pan? No, no. This is where Hesed, God's enduring faithful love for all of us, truly just began. Because, you see, what did we do in response to receiving God's favor? Surely we always followed the rules of our Creator. Nope, not a chance. Right from Adam and Eve, they took a bite from the tree and said, "No, God, you don't set the rules. I choose me." This pattern of thinking, "Sorry, Yahweh, I'm good," did it stop with Adam and Eve and a bite from the tree? Oh, how I wish it could. Cain murders Abel. The thoughts of human hearts turn to evil. Abraham lies about Sarah. The Israelites grumble and worship a cow. Moses strikes a rock. Saul rushes a sacrifice. David takes what he wants. Solomon worships idols. Jacob, Jonah, Gideon, and Jeroboam. Oh, wow! God's people rejected him over and over and over again. Let that hang in the air. Adam and Eve with the tree? It did not stop there. No, we all deserve His wrath, down to the very last head of hair. In response to rejection, how did this vengeful, angry God of the Old Testament respond? He called them His Son, engraved their names on His palms, and promised His unfailing love. He left them naked no more, promised to put His blood over the door. So what can we say then of the God of the OT? Let's leave it to the psalmist instead of to me. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. Hesed, his love endures forever, even when it never should. Thank you so much. Thank you also just for a great semester. It was so great to meet so many people. My first ever course at Tyndale. Yeah, so thanks for welcoming me into the community. Thank you, Dr. Chu, for your unbelievable wisdom. Fantastic classes. The devotions, especially the devotions from the Psalms, I'm going to take away and meditate on and hopefully have a chance to use in some of my own teaching for years to come. So thank you so much. Again, sorry I couldn't be there, but I hope you have a great class and a great Christmas, everyone. Thanks so much. Bye.